Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I want to talk on people that like to argue. Like, it could be about anything. I'm saying, like, it'll be about, like, the difference between, the colors of flowers and stuff. And you're just like, oh, it's, just some, like, nature thing or something. That's just what flowers do. It's kind of like people. It's like, how we're all born differently. That's how flowers are. You see, now I feel like if I were to ask, or somebody were to ask me a question like that, like, why are, flowers different colors? That's something I would just say. I'm like, it's just a nature thing. It's just one of those things that happens. There's nothing that we can do to explain it, and then there's that one person that's all like, yeah, it's science. I'm like, I don't know too much about science, but based off of what that person was asking me, not you, they're asking me why are flowers different colors. I'm telling them it's nature. That's just what flowers do, alright? And just like with human nature, I'm black, that person's white, that person's Hispanic, that person's Asian. And then there's people amongst them that's different shades of their race. Okay, there's people blacker than me, lighter than me. There's a white person out there that's, they're pale, and then they're tanned, and then they're kind of medium range. And then with, like brown skinned people, because it's like, it's like kind of like Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern. There's darker ones, there's like mid-range ones, and then there's lighter ones. That's just how the world works, all right? But then there's that one person that's all like, no, the world doesn't work like that. It actually has to do with genetics. I'm like, why are we having this conversation? My thing is this. When I'm in an argument, like now when I'm in an argument, I just throw haymaker answers. I do. I answer. I'm asking that person questions. I'm doing everything possible to just knock out the argument. Because if people know me, people know I don't like to argue. That's one thing that I've always displayed as even being a content creator, but even outside of content creating and just day-to-day lives, I don't like arguing. I don't. Yes, there's been times where I thought I've been right in an argument and I've been dead wrong. And then there's times when people have argued with me and they thought they was right and they've been dead wrong. That is the concept of arguing, but there are people out there where it's like you can tell them, like, and there's been times people have argued about me with stuff like video games, shoes, content creating, what else? And I'm like, fam, in this argument, you will have to know a lot more than me. Like, you would have to spend a lot more time than I did with content creating. I literally, and that's, like, one of the things, like, like, with content creating is that, yes, I've had people argue with me about my career path and my career goals with content creating. I've had people try to explain to me that I'm not going to achieve nothing with what I'm doing. And I'm like, fam, I've been a content creator for 10 plus years, bruh. 12 years. 12 years. August or July of this year, it'll be on officially 12 years since I've started my content creating career. 12 years, bruh. My thing is this, in the 12 years I've been a content creator, you think I've been sitting here not paying attention and learning about, like, the art of content creating? I'm saying, like, it's stuff like that where it's like, please don't argue with me about content creating. Please don't. If I'm doing something wrong, I'm doing something wrong. But there's most likely a reason why I'm doing that one thing wrong. But I just don't think that it's like, oh, yeah, that was a mistake. Oh, that was this, that was that. No, I've been a content creator for 12 years. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. And then, like, with video games, oh my god, there are people out there that would try to argue with me about video games. I'm like, fam, I have been playing literally every aspect, genre, everything possible video game related, from PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, PC, handheld. I'm saying, like, everything, VR. I have played literally every mobile games. I played every single, like, aspect of video games, bruh. There is not one person in this world, unless it is a brand new game, and I'm trying to think, like, what games out there, because I've played simulators, I've played shooting games, I've played free roaming games, fam, do not argue with me about racing games, alright, because I started off my whole, like, video game, like, hobby and stuff, like, with playing racing games. So I'm saying, like, that, every video game possible, I've played it, bruh. I've played it. Go to my, for those that are wondering, like, oh, let me see if he's played every, like, single genre of video games. Go to my gaming channel. I have played puzzle games. I've played shooting games, racing games. What other games? Like, I've scary games. There's so many different things out there that I've played. I'm like, I refuse to listen to anybody when it comes to how to play a video game. Because, no, like, for an example, I'll be streaming, right? And I'm all like, dang, you know, like, Call of Duty Warzone is mad hard and stuff's crazy. And then there's that person out there, it's like, well, you're not using the right gun. I don't want to use no gun of your choosing. I want to use the guns that I want to use. Why is that an issue? Why is that, like, you know, it's those people, and that's why I've always been like, you know, like, since I've started streaming, I've always told people, do not come to my stream backseating. Don't be that person where you're all like, no, go this way, do this, use this gun. You're not playing the game right. You're not doing this right. I'm like, how about you start up a stream, you come up with a name, you play Call of Duty Warzone, and you use that gun. But it's funny, though, because people will argue with you on stuff like that. And they don't, it's not like they're this, like, high almighty, or like they're number one in, like, the Call of Duty leaderboard. This person is like number 5,973,462. Like, you're far down the ranks, bro, and you're trying to tell me how to play a video game. You literally have no background history of how good you are at this game. So that's why, like, when they try to, like, do stuff like that, I'm like, question, are you good at this, or are you, like, number one on the leaderboard of this game? Just yes or no. I don't need to hear no other answers, yes or no. No? Please leave my stream. Do not come here with that attitude, bro. Do not come here trying to tell me how to play a game. And I'm like, fam, most likely I am much more higher on the leaderboards than you are. I'm sitting here playing the game. You're watching somebody play the game and trying to tell them how to play it. Like, really? Come on now. But yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, I'll just have people be trying to tell me how to play a game. People trying to tell me my skill level in the game and stuff. I'm like, are you playing the game right now, or am I playing the game right now? Who's playing the game here? Me. So trust me on it. I know what I'm doing, all right? But no, it's like just recently I had somebody trying to, like, tell me that my skill level wasn't good enough for that. I'm like, no, the game is crap. Any other time before I can play that mission, no problem. Now all of a sudden they change up things and do stuff differently, and you gotta, like, keep going above and beyond, leveling up your character and stuff. I'm like, no, it's the game, bruh. That game, hold on for a second. Let me just see the ratings for that game on Destiny 2 ratings. Let's see. Okay, so, oh, wait. No, this is, what is it? Is Destiny okay for 12 years old? Yeah, freaking the game is like, what? I'm like, bro, that game, it's a rated teen game. There's, like, literally nothing going on with that game. I don't know why I can't just, hold on for a second. Let me go on that, like, Xbox.com website. Because they're showing on, they're showing, like, ratings for it when that game very first came out. But I'm like, yeah, you're not showing ratings for it now. Like, show the now ratings, because that's what I would like to see. The ratings where it's like, okay. I should just turn on my Xbox, because I'm like, they're not really helping me out. But I think Destiny, I think it's that game has like 3 stars. I don't know, I'll have to go on my Xbox and check next time I'm playing it. But yeah, Destiny doesn't have good ratings, and that's because they've changed the game a lot throughout the years. The game isn't the same game that it was when it came out, you know, like years ago. Like when you'll notice a difference between that game. Like the game got plastic surgery pretty much. Like you'll see the difference when you see videos of people playing the game back then, and then you see videos of people playing the game now. So the game is mad different, okay? But no, it's like it's that, and then freaking sneakers and stuff. I've had, like, there'll be people out there that'll say some stuff like, all sneakers are the same. I'm like, no, they are not. Have you tried on all sneakers? I'm like, have you tried on a pair of Air Jordans and then tried on a pair of these Nike Alpha Fly running shoes? Like, you're telling me that a pair of Air Jordan 1s, Air Jordan 11s, Air Jordan 3s, Air Jordan 6 is the same thing as a Nike Alpha Fly running shoe? And it's always funny when you'll say some stuff like that to a person, like, well, there's obviously no. I'm not trying to hear your Uno reverse card. No, yes or no. That's it, okay? Just to squash this argument right here and now. Are they? Because I'm saying somebody's like, oh, like, yes, they're the same thing. I'm like, okay, bet. tomorrow, because no, I'm like, because it'll be like, there actually was a guy at work, because I'm like thinking of him, like I feel like he would be the one that would be having an argument like that with me. But no, there's a guy off like at my old job where I remember, because I had got him like caught up in what he was talking about one day. And after that, he just kind of like, he had like left that conversation alone. But anyways, so he goes ahead and actually, let me just give you guys a backstory on this guy. So on the weekends, he excuse me, he would go airsofting. So he'll go and just get like some airsoft guns, and BB guns and stuff, for those that don't know. But it's like shoots out these like small little like plastic or metal, depending on which you want to use. But it'll shoot off like these small like plastic or metal like BB things, or like small little dots, whatever you want to call it. But shoots those out, hits people, and he just does that for fun. It's kind of like paintballing and stuff. But anyways, so he does that on the weekends. And then he'll, come back to work, just chilling, whatever and stuff. So there was a day I remember when it was me and some other coworkers was talking on football, because we're football fans. We're forgotten athletes. We're people who we could have been athletic, but we're lazy. So no, I'm playing. But no, we were talking on sports one day. We were talking on football. So he just decides to jump in, adds his 2 cents, and he's like, I don't understand, like, what's so special about these barbarian men chasing a ball around. And I'm thinking in my head, like, bro, don't you shoot high school kids with BB guns on Saturdays? Like, not just one Saturday out the year. You do this every Saturday. What's the point of that? I'm saying, think about it. You're not getting paid. You're not, like, achieving anything. You're not signed to no crazy team. You're not having like this. I'm saying, like, football players. Okay, let me just paint out the picture. For those that don't know, let me just paint out the picture of a football player and a guy that goes to some airsoft shooting place on Saturdays. Football player. This man has, and let's just say it's like a high-end football player, right? It's this, like, it's a above average built man, right? Above average built man, He gets to go to any place that he wants to, and he gets treated like a king. Like, let's say it's Tom Brady. This man gets treated like a king everywhere he goes, all right? Can get a sneaker deal, all right? Can get any deal whatsoever. This man is making millions every year, okay? And all he has to do is be strategic when he's throwing the football to one of his teammates. You mean to tell me that sounds stupid? Bro, I want to go to the gym and start working out, become a quarterback, and learn the arts and the crafts of being a quarterback so I could get me a multi-million-dollar contract. Versus this like average build or below average, but not like too far below average, but just like, kind of like teeter-tottering back and forth between average and below average. But you're spending your hard-earned money to go shoot some teenagers with airsoft guns. You're not getting paid unless what you do, probably if they have like some competition or something like that. But it's not like it's what, like with a team, they might have like a free-for-all type thing or something like that. But like, it's no guarantee whether you're going to win or lose. Like, if you're in some stuff like that where it's a free-for-all, you're most likely not going to win that sport. You're most likely not going to win that. Versus with football, you literally have a team trying to get you more money so you can up the contract, up whatever and things. Overall, moral of the story, moral of this whole situation, be a football player, right? But I'm saying, like, it'll be things like that. But now I remember I told him, I was just all like, I'm like, you go airsofting on the weekends. Like, I'm saying, like, these guys get paid for this. You're not. You gotta pay. And then I remember he tried to like go into some thing, but I'm like, you got caught up in your argument. You reached the stop sign. Now you're trying to reverse back and be like, oh, wait a second. Oh, no, you got caught up, bruh. You got caught up. So I'm like, there ain't no turning back. No, you just gonna have to wait on that one, fam. Like, until you got a better argument. But even then, I'm like, bro, there's no reason to even argue about that. See, because at one point in time, I wasn't really into sports. I wasn't. Like, I would play sports, like with friends, but I wasn't really into watching sports on TV. still kind of am not till this day. I mean, I'll follow it on like, social media and stuff, but I just can't, unless it's like an important game or it's a game that I really want to see, then maybe. But if not, then I'm like, I am at home chilling, playing a video game. But no, I've even had people try to argue with me about that, playing video games. Oh, you're a grown man. Why are you playing video games? I get paid to play video games. So you can say whatever you want, fam. I'm still getting a check for this, right? But I've had people try to argue with me and try to explain to me, and I'm like, no, there's no explanation. You are not going to change my mind. So there ain't no reason of arguing with me over something. I'm like, I have made my mind, okay? I'm still going to play me some video games. But that, and then like, it's just so many different things people would try to argue with me over. And I'm like, look, I don't want to argue, okay? I don't. I hate it. I hate arguing with a passion, okay? Yeah, I remember like when I was in, school, like growing up, like I have to say now I have changed a lot compared to who I was like back when I was younger. Back when I was younger, oh, different story. If I'd been doing the podcast when I was younger, yeah, you guys would have been like, oh, nah, like this dude, he lives for arguing. Like, no, trust me, I was freaking crazy when it came to arguing. I would legit say things on social media just to start up an argument with people. I'd be like, oh man, social media dry. Let me start up an argument real quick. Let me think of some things. Leonardo DiCaprio is not a good actor. I know I'm just lying when I say that and things, but like, he had Titanic. I'm like, wasn't a good movie. He wasn't even a real character in that movie. He was fictional. So I'm like, therefore, bad actor. Don't like him. I will do things like that. I'm like, bro, I had to say, like, after getting into it with the robot guy from YouTube, yeah, I was all like, bro, arguing is so pointless. Like, you're sitting down, because no, I started thinking about it. Because like during that time I was thinking about like that current situation, and then I was also thinking about like past situations, how I used to argue with people, and I found that stuff toxic, bro. I did. I was just like, oh nah, this ain't it. I'm like, this is horrible. How do people sit down and do this for a living? Like, that's why I couldn't be a person where I'm running for president. Because they had been like, oh, you got to do the debate thing. I'm like, I don't really feel like debating with nobody. I'm like, I'm just going to say what I need to say in these videos and commercials and, in my own time, but I'm not trying to argue or debate with anybody. I'm like, can we just play like a video game and let's play Mario Kart. Whoever wins, I'm like, okay, then they win this debate. I'm like, we gotta do things like that, because I'm like, it's showing off a skill. It's showing off, I'm not having to do some. I'm just sitting there having fun. I'm a having fun type guy. I'm not this type of person where I'm like, oh, everything gotta be argument, everything gotta be this, everything. But no, like when I was younger, oh my god, bro, I had lived for it. I did. I did. And I was just like, man, like it was, I'm trying to think, because I did multiple takes of this episode. And I think I did say at some point in time, like, now I have to say I don't start arguments, but back then I would. And then I think it just took, that. And then the whole like beef on YouTube, it took that to be like, okay, like, sir, you need to calm down, because you out here arguing with people and these people ain't did nothing to you. So yeah, it's like, sir, you need to calm down. But I don't live for it no more, man. It's just, it's annoying. I'm like, I can't be that person anymore. So yeah, to anybody out there wondering like, oh, does TMossBoss like to argue? No, arguments are pointless. I hate them. All right. So, but anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And make sure you use my supported credit code for Epic Games TMossBoss. And in the meantime, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.